Welcome to Coffee with Viking. I am Mike. Cheers. Who died and made you an apostle? And Jesus. That's the answer Paul gives to critics who say he isn't in the same league as Jesus' disciples, a dozen men who share the highest office in the early church. The closest the Bible comes to defining apostle is when the word first shows up when Jesus' 11 disciples search for someone to replace Judas. Candidates must come from among the men who were with us the entire time we were traveling with the Lord Jesus, from the time he was baptized by John until the day he was taken from us. And that is in Acts 1, 21 and 22. There's no hint that Paul ever met Jesus during that time. Paul didn't even convert until about 5 years after Jesus died. Yes, Paul insists he's 100% apostle. He's clearly working with a different definition. The Greek word means send. Jesus sent his disciples on a mission. You will be my witnesses, telling people about me everywhere in Jerusalem, throughout Judea and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. Acts 1:8. After appearing to Paul on the road to Damascus, Jesus did much the same to him, declaring Paul my chosen instrument to take my message to the Gentiles, and that's Acts 9:15. Paul insists he was sent by Jesus, and he could prove it. 1. Even if others think I am not an apostle, I certainly am to you. You yourselves are proof that I am the Lord's apostle. 1 Corinthians 9:2. When I was with you, I certainly gave you proof that I am an apostle, for I patiently did many signs and wonders and miracles among you. 2 Corinthians 12:12. 1 Corinthians 9:2. If I be not an apostle under others, yet doubtless I am to you, for the seal of mine apostleship are ye in the Lord. Second Corinthians 12:12. Truly the signs of an apostle were wrought among you in all patience and signs and wonders and mighty deeds. And anyone who studies the Bible knows that Paul was truly chosen by Jesus himself on the road to Damascus, which is in the book of Acts, which was the last book, which was the next to last book I just read. It was Acts, Romans, and now we're on 1 Corinthians, but my readings of that is on there, and it's in the Bible, and so I guess people then did not want to claim him as an apostle because he wasn't one of the 12 from the beginning. But when Jesus calls you to do something, it doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter how they judge you. What matters is, are you going to do what Jesus called you to do? Or are you going to deny it because of fear of what the world's going to think? And this is where I get a high respect for men like Paul. and a really high respect for Paul. He didn't care what others thought. He knew what he was called to do. And he actually transformed from being one of the worst guys in the Bible to being one who wrote most of the New Testament. I love you all. Stay blessed. Stay caffeinated. And have a wonderful day. Much love.